Recently, I've been feeling the need to elevate my home, so naturally, I'm tearing the top half off of all of my door frames to trick my brain into thinking I live in a mansion. Ceilings, taller. Drama, higher. Sanity, questionable.
This is the architectural equivalent of low self-esteem. So today we are going to be taking my sad, short doorways and giving them a glow up and faking taller ceilings. Because who needs therapy when you have a pry bar and delusions of grandeur? Oh, and before anyone comes for me in the comment section, yes, I'm aware that I have bumps on my forehead. I suffer from constant headaches, and I finally got injections for them today. So I was on Pinterest the other day, which honestly I probably shouldn't be because that's where I get all of my delusional ideas from. But nevertheless, I was. And that's when I came across this picture here. And after seeing that picture, my door headers, or should I say lack thereof, have been ruined for me. Because now every time I look at them, I think, damn, you are short and ugly. So I figure that I can just decapitate the top of my doorway here. Well, chop chop off the top and build my own header and make it look like taller and prettier. There are a lot of tight corners in here, which is not working in my favor, and I'm not a mathematician and I don't really know angles and shit. But everyone in the internet says that it's easy, so how hard can it be? So now with that in mind, I have made extensive measurements of this door here. See, there we got it, 29.25. So now I think I just need like 6 more of these, give or take. I'm gonna go get supplies.
So I went to the Home Depot for this, and I started out by getting a bunch of these 1x6s, which they're great because they fit exactly the size of the header that I wanted to make. Then I grabbed these cut-to-size trim pieces, which kind of suck because they're 30 feet long, so when you pull them out, sometimes they break. And y'all already know that I was struggling to cut these trim pieces that I needed with that dull-ass saw that they give you. And then I paid for it and off.
Okay, so this is my plan for the header. I've got a 2x2 here attached, well, I mean, it's not attached now, but it will be, attached to this 1x6 here, and then a trim piece slapped here, and then obviously not the right size, I have not cut it yet, and then a top one here, just to have some imagination, imagine that chopped off right there. This is what I'm imagining the header will look like. All right, so for better understanding of which door is what, I made tape pieces so that way I can't confuse which doorway needs which header. So I have just found out that the doorways are all different sizes. And the one that I measured is actually a lot smaller than all the other doorways. So it's a good thing that I bought a little extra trim, made it a little longer than I needed it to be, and hopefully it's enough. So now, theoretically, based off of my precise calculations, these corners should not run into each other. 1x6 needs to line up here. Stop moving, that would be great. Okay. Just gonna put that right there. Just gonna, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Now this goes. Are you f***ing kidding me? There's no, oh So it would appear as though my calculations were not as precise as I had hoped, because this 30-degree angle is it's not working. Now I have to go downstairs and try and do a bevel cut that is less than that, that sort of chops off the tips but doesn't chop off the width. I'm explaining that horribly. That makes absolutely no sense. So just trust my, excuse you, my carpentry magic here after making these cuts. So I cannot afford, okay, hopefully I didn't just dent that horribly. Actually, that's the part I'm cutting off, so who gives a shit? I'll try like a 20-degree angle. We'll see if that works. All right, hopefully that works, because basically it just snipped this much off the top. Round 2. Please, for the love of shit, can this work? God, it's me again. Just gonna, if you wanna help a girl out, that would be great. You better work, bitch. So far, I'm not really a fan of this project. Okay, so I just did a fucking rain dance outside. So hopefully this helps. Holy shit, wait, did that work? Huh? So the rain dance worked. What do you know? Look at that gap. Barely exists, but that's fine because that works. That works. Okay, all right, we're in business. Whew, okay, thank God. Okay, now that, hi Kirby, hello. Now that I have made all of my cuts, hi Reg, I am sufficiently over it. That means that now I have to use wood glue and then secure it in with a nail gun, or at least that's what I'm hoping will work. You guys are all bored, aren't you? Because all three of you are coming over to say hello. I know, I don't have 3 hands though. I can't pet you all at once. I'm sorry. Yeah, anyways, I'm hoping that that works. We'll see. So I went outside to get some spare newspaper so that I don't glue my boards to the floor, because I wouldn't put it past myself. And Timothy, you got summoned for jury duty. Congratulations. We'll go for a WALK. And then we will PLAY. It's gonna be a good night, dude. No. We are not playing with the nail gun, Kirby. Kirby, I'm about to lock you in the bedroom. I can't trust you with a nail gun. Oh. All right. Okay, next step I think is gunning this. Oh, f***. First one and I already f***ed it up. The nail just went right through the top. First one down, 5 more to go. So now that everything is glued and nail gunned in, there's nothing really much more that I can do tonight because it's just gotta dry. So I'll come back to this tomorrow. So it is the next day and my headers are all, they're all dry, which means now it's time for the fun / scary part. I have to cut the hats off of the top of my doors. Now, obviously I've never done this before. It's kind of freaking me out, but luckily, I purchased a laser, and the reason why I got this is because I kind of figured that if I'm going to do this, I want to make sure that it's actually straight across instead of like, you know, crooked. That's just gonna look bad. Man, how did I not own one of these before? Like seriously, look at this thing. So Tim has a little bit of a problem. He says that his back hurts, which I find a little bit ironic, considering the fact that I am the one that is supporting this entire relationship on my back, yet he's the one sitting around and complaining.
You're gonna put that in an ad? Web of lies?
The reason I suffer from back pain is because I sit at a desk for 8 hours a day and then come home and carry this channel.
You do not. But luckily, Tim's back problems tie very well into today's sponsorship. Today's sponsor is Bob and Brad. So Bob and Brad are 2 physical therapists that have decades of experience, and they started selling their own products. So today they were gracious enough to send me their Q2 Pro heated and cooling massage gun, which I am so excited about. I own a massage gun. We abuse the heck out of it, but it's not heated and it doesn't have cooling abilities. So I am super stoked to test out that feature. Ooh, this looks fancy. I have never seen a heated head on a massage gun, ever.
You can feel it, like you legitimately can feel it.
Feel what, the heater?
Yeah, like.
You normally have to lie on a heating pad first, and then you gun your back.
Yeah, or take
afterwards.
a hot shower.
Yeah, or a hot shower. That works too.
I don't think I need to do that anymore if you have this though.
It also has a cooling setting.
Are you serious?
I'm totally serious.
Wait, seriously?
No, I'm dead serious. And that's the cool.
It's got fans.
Cool.
Dude, see how quickly that changed. That's cold. All right, do this one.
Hey!
I mean, for testing.
But the Bob and Brad Q2 Pro doesn't just have a fast and effective heating and cooling head. There are a total of 5 different heads as well as 5 different speed settings designed to sufficiently target pain and eliminate it. It's also quiet, compact for on-the-go pain relief, and
That's really lightweight.
Overall, it's great for pain and soreness, for anything from standing on your feet all day and renovating your whole home to just average pain from sitting around all day. I'd like to give a big thank you to Bob and Brad for sponsoring today's video.
You stole my massage gun so that I could finish my story.
You don't need to record this. You gotta finish your video.
No, that's my gun.
No. No.
Okay, so now that I am done marking this, I'm just gonna take this box cutter and I'm gonna remove the caulking that is around the top part of the frame so that it can be removed a little easier.
Okay, so now it is the real moment of truth because I have my, whatever this thing is called, and I'm going to cut into the door frame and then I'm just gonna rip it right out. Let's see how this goes.
Now I think it's pretty much ready to be removed. Unfortunately, I did cut into my drywall a little bit, so I'm gonna have to spackle that, but oh well. So I got a chisel and a hammer and a scraper thing, so hopefully that does the job. There's no going back now. There's these random little nails. I'm gonna take some pliers and I'm hoping to be able to twist them out here. There we go. Really long staples. So now that this is looking really bad, I'm a little nervous. It actually works. I am now preparing to put the headers on. Oh, hi guys, hello. There's punch holes in here, obviously from where the nails went. So now I just have to putty those or fill them with some wood filler, and then I'm going to caulk the cracks so that, okay. So I brought a bowl of water here because when you're caulking and using your finger, you're supposed to dip it in water and then wipe, and Kirby's just drank my water. You have 3 bowls of water, buddy. You had to pick that one? All right, well, thanks to Kirby. Now it's all slobbery. Okay, so while that's drying, when I was at the store, I got this thing called the Stud Buddy. And if you guys have been here long enough, you know I don't use stud finders. I've never gotten them to work. And I always just bang my fist into the wall, and normally I can tell by sound. But because I don't feel like doing that right now, especially because it's getting a little late. God, this packaging, hello? Oh, okay. Okay, now that I've got some scissors. The only reason why I got this one is because this one's a magnetic one, and to be honest with you, I don't think there's a chance in hell that it's gonna fucking work. It was cheap, so I was like, I'll try it. So it's supposed to be like a magnet. It's supposed to just stick. What the f? Did that just? Okay, so it actually works. Why do you suddenly not want to work? Okay, now the Stud Buddy doesn't want to work. And so in this very particular situation, since the stud finder is not working for me, my fist though is working because I banged it once, found a stud, marked it, and I'm just gonna continue the same process over again. Another stud. You guys wanna see something crazy that I noticed while I was drilling into the, whatever the thing was that I just cut off? You can see through to the other room. That's nuts. All right, so now that I'm done removing all of the headers, I did 6 of them in about an hour. Didn't take me very long to do, which is awesome. But now I've gotta sweep everything up because there are bits of wood and a couple of nails that fell on the floor. So I gotta sweep all that up. Ready to paint in 30 minutes my ass. Oh well, I'll just put it up there wet. So now that I've got this one done, now I've got to do all 5 of them. So unfortunately for me, this is as far as I got this week. I had every intention of finishing them, but the week kind of got away from me, and I'm about to have people come over for an Easter barbecue. So that being said, I do have trim for the front door, because it really bothers me that this door has absolutely no trim on it whatsoever. And I'm also going to put a header on it, so I'm gonna like pizzazz up this door a little bit, but that's gonna have to be next week, along with a lot of other things that I'm doing next week, or I'm hoping to get done next week. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, because I don't want my house to look ghetto as and because I care about my friends, I'm going to fix something from last week's episode. So this vent, if you know, you know, it needs to be taken care of. I got some screws here, and I purchased these magnetic things to where like you screw it in on one end and then you screw it on the other end, and then it magnetically attaches. I figured that would be the best way to be able to remove this vent, take it on and off if necessary. So now I'm just gonna secure that into place. They're gonna get Andrea's rendition of whatever the it is you're singing. Just know there's no way in hell I'm editing that out. Just for the record, I prefer the Andrea rendition of every song. Let me know if you guys want to hear more of Andrea's renditions. Okay, I mean, it's stuck.
So I still need to paint these headers to really make them look like they've been here the whole time, but overall, I'm so excited that I decided to take a risk with this project. I think that it really made the doorways look taller. Do you guys think it did? Stay tuned for next week where I make the front door a grand entrance and I prepare for another project that I'm super excited to share with you guys. If you're interested in videos like the one you're watching now, then this video here might be worth a watch.